Hi guys, I'm Matt.
And I'm Rabea.
And this is Sounds Like on Andertons TV. Okay, today we are going to try and sound like it's very much requested one, this. So we're going to try and sound like Matt Bellamy from the band Muse.
Woo!
Muse indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Matt Bellamy uses a lot of weird sounds, and there's albums spanning from, well, how many years are we talking now?
He's in 90s to kind of now, so yeah, it's 15 years plus.
To try and do this under £1,500 is...
It's a challenge, to say the least, so we're going to give it a shot. To try and get everything might be kind of impossible, so...
Let's just give it our best shot, eh?
Have a go. Most of you will know, Matt Bellamy uses custom Manson guitars, which are kind of handmade in the UK. He has all sorts of different configurations and about 5 or 6 live. So he has Chaos pads built in, Roland MIDI stuff built in, he has a ZVEX Fuzz Factory built into one of them and a Phase 90, I think.
He's well experimental, isn't he?
He is. And some of them have Floyd, some hardtails, and so there's a lot. Schecter do a guitar called the Blackjack, which apparently has a built-in Sustainiac and a Floyd.
Does it have a coil split?
I'm not sure about coil split, but we can go and have a look and see what it looks like, but I'm thinking that might do the job. Oh my god, it's £1,000. There's one for like $699. Well, should we just find a Schecter with a Floyd?
We can get a compression sustainer if we want to do that.
Let's do that.
Is the Sustainiac something that is an audible sound that he uses on tracks?
No, it's more that I think you just...
Because if it's not, then it's not necessarily that important. We found out that the Schecter Blackjack isn't actually that acquirable for Andertons.
And they are the one with a Floyd and a Sustainiac and kind of everything is about £1,000.
So we can't do it.
Which is a bit much. We're just basically trying to get a guitar with, I think all the stuff we're going to have to get, it has to be really flexible. We just need like loads of different options to get all the sounds we need. So
well, there you go. It's a black glittery guitar with a coil split, scratch plate, and
it's not
still 680.
It's glittery. Okay, so amp-wise, we've decided kind of to go, again we need flexibility, so we're thinking, he uses diesel VH4s a lot, as well as a load of custom cabs, and he has a custom amp on stage, but apparently only uses that for feedback.
Right.
And he's used JTM 800s in the past, all sorts, and even AC30s for cleans.
So it's a whole range.
Exactly. So we're thinking that we should go for some flexibility again, so I think we're going to go with the Native Tweaker 40.
It's a good amp.
Again, just for the switching, just for all the possibilities, the British and American tones you can get out of it.
They're surprisingly flexible.
They are, and that's what we need. So that is decision made, I think.
So this bit is probably going to be the most challenging part, because not only does it eat up a lot of the budget, but it also, if you get it wrong, we miss the boat with the sound.
Yeah.
So pedals. We got to pick the right pedals, and they really do have to hit the nail on the head, because guitar and amps wise we do have to make compromises within the budget. So we're already now 680 plus 640 is 1320, so we really don't have much money left to get the right pedals. So
that's not much money.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, what are we going to do about that?
So we found ourselves by the multi-effects, because obviously multi-effects is lots of bang for your buck. You get lots of different effects all in one box. Whether it has enough, I don't know, or whether it has enough of the right stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And even, actually, it's worth saying, even now he uses an X-Effects and 2 Kempers, which are obviously way out of our league.
We reckon we should get a fuzz separate to the multi-effects if we go down that route, because the fuzz is actually quite a staple sound.
Yeah, I think getting that kind of the heavy kind of riffing sound and the kind of lighter one is really important.
Absolutely. So. But we need to find a good multi-effects rig.
Do you know what you have in stock in the way of multi-effects? There's a few there, but I assume you have more.
Yeah, we've got loads. How black are you after? Like line 6? Are you after anything, basically? Or
We just need something. We're trying to sound like Matt Bellamy.
Okay.
We think we've got a guitar and an amp, but we haven't got much money left, and we're going to get probably a fuzz face.
Okay.
Just so we've got staple sounds, but we need something that just does a lot.
The pitch shifting is going to be the awkward one, because you could look at something like the line 6 and 5, or the amp for the modulation and delay stuff.
It's the price of stuff that's making it hard, because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
We haven't even gone for really expensive gear.
But do you remember when we did Royal Blood?
Yes.
In Royal Blood we had like a 200 quid guitar,
Yeah.
200 quid amps, and then we spent loads on effects.
You could use 2 of them if you wanted to. That'll stay within your budget.
93 quid.
Yeah. And that literally has all of those effects on it. It's you only do one at a time, basically.
I can only do one at a time.
Yeah, exactly. So you can only do one at a time. That's why I say.
It's going to be a massive annoyance to program. What do you reckon?
But it shouldn't be. It's no more difficult.
No, but basically, so we originally went with a sparkly black Charvel with a Floyd, but plus our amp, which is about 640, that is about 1,320, which gives us 180 quid to get pedals from Matt Bellamy, who is notorious for using lots of pedals.
549. This has got Seymour Duncan's and it's called splittable.
If it's rosewood,
do we need it to be cheaper?
Is it rosewood?
Yeah.
Where he plays with a rosewood fingerboard.
Do we need it to be cheaper than 515?
We don't need it to be cheap, and it actually does have a red guitar. That's incidentally.
So the Fuzz Factory has a, like on my Cooper Sonic, a really crazy, glitchy, weird sound, which that doesn't have. Now, if we just want a fuzz sound, then yeah, we'll get it.
But I think that's what we do want.
There's the Band of Gypsies at 107, and then there's the standard Fuzz Face at 87.
So let's go with that.
Well, yeah, because we don't really have that much money.
Do you think then a multi-effect?
We need. There's no reverb in the Egnator, so we need reverb, delay, probably an octave, some pitch shifting. So it will need to be multi-effects.
We'll have to do it. It's the only way.
Okay. Well, I used to have an ME50.
Yeah, and the ME80 is the upgrade to the ME50,
and it's really easy to use.
It's really easy to use, and it's cheap. It's like £230, and we all know how to use it.
Yeah.
It does pitch shift, and it does. What has it got? Oh, it's got ring mods and everything, and modulation.
Has it got an octave?
Yeah, it's got octave.
Let's do it. So we got a Fuzz Face, we've got a Washburn Parallaxe, we've got the Egnator Tweaker 40, and we've just got the Boss ME80. So with all that equipment, we would hope we can find ourselves sounding somewhat like Matt Bellamy from Muse.
Yeah.
Is it worth a shot?
Let's have a go. We are back in the video room.
Yes, we are. We are back in the video room,
Once
Matthew.
again.
And we're wearing the same shirt too.
I've just noticed.
Because we're just best friends. But anyway, we've got the gear to sound like Matt Bellamy of the band Muse, and we've also added a bass guitar and amp. So
this is a little bonus feature of this sounds like.
Just to touch on this sounds like, really quickly what we've done is we've got a precision bass, American Standard, which we haven't considered in the budget because we're focusing on Matt Bellamy, but we've also got the Rumble 200.
What we also haven't done is paid too much attention to what Chris Wolstenholme actually does.
Yeah.
So we have a big muff,
yeah,
which we know is a big part of his sound, but the rest of it is just like filler bass.
Yeah, it's just there to give you an idea of what the bass would do underneath the guitar parts.
Yes.
Anyway.
Moving on to Bat Bellamy.
Bat Bellamy. So the rig, it was well hard to find the right gear to get even close within £1,500.
It was. And actually this is a really good one because it's the first time we've used a multi-effects unit.
It certainly is.
Which we hope has kind of done itself justice and got us close. Actually, it's worth saying straight off the bat that the Fuzz Face, which we have here in the chain, we didn't use.
We didn't use it
was
at
just
all.
Not getting us where we needed to be. So that saves us a nice $87.99.
Yes. I mean, the thing with Matt Bellamy's tone is it very, very slightly verges on a fuzz, doesn't it, on top of his distortion. It's just like rounded. Like in Knights of Sidonia, the line that he plays with the whammy bar, it's kind of fuzzy. It's more fuzz than it is distortion.
It's kind of like toppy fuzz.
Yeah.
This is really, really thick.
It didn't really work.
It almost overloads when you put too much into it, so
Yeah.
which suppresses the sound. And Matt Bellamy's is very like direct and open. So
Yeah. So now moving on to the rig that we did use, we've got the Washburn Parallaxe, which is a Floyd Rose equipped guitar, has Seymour Duncans in it, and it is basically it's aimed at metal players. You've got the Stevens extended cutaway, which is a common feature amongst some of the Washburn range, and it allows you to play right up the top of the fretboard. But really, the reason we got this guitar was for the Floyd Rose and for the Seymour Duncan pickups that you can
call split both actually, which is nice. But this is way more metal and not his style. But we wanted the feature of the Floyd for his kind of, I call it like spaghetti western, like trem, which he uses a lot of. So. And it's got decent pickups, and it allows us to split them into singles. So,
but yeah, it's a great guitar actually. Plays really well, and it sounds good. Set up well. So,
okay.
So that's the guitar.
And the amp is, by now you should know it. It's the Ignator Tweaker 40.
It's our new
combo.
It's our new DSL 40 combo.
If you say that, then everyone will hate us.
But in fairness, we say this across a few episodes. The thing with amps is we always want to go for combos because you do save loads of money by getting a combo and not a head and cap. But the thing is, there are only so many within the price range that is justifiable for what we're trying to do here in this series.
This is kind of seeming to be really good for all our modern players, who aren't necessarily Marshall guys or aren't Fender guys.
Exactly. It switches between both vintage, modern, British and American, and you can also do like, there's deep switch for the low end, there's a tight switch for the high end, and there's a mid-cut, mid-boost.
There's a hot and clean as well, so you can have it really, really on the edge.
And there's two channels with different gain stages, so it does quite a lot. And we did find that it got us close to the sort of distortion sounds that Matt Bellamy uses. But then that's where the ME80 comes into action, because
it does everything, doesn't it?
It's overqualified for what the sounds we've gone for, but it's functional because we've saved money.
As you could imagine, we haven't learned every Matt Bellamy and Muse song under the sun. We've picked a few just to kind of demonstrate a bit of a broad brush of his whole sound. This would be a really good start if you were like, well, I'm going to start a Muse tribute band, and I need pretty much everything there is. I think you get a lot out of this.
Yeah, and you could definitely program the patches in to do that. So in terms of what we've used off the ME80, we used a little bit of reverb, which is number one. That's what we did. So we'll just go through some of the cool sounds that you can do. You know, I'm sure some of you might know those chords from earlier Muse records, but it's cool because it gives us reverb and you've got hall, spring and room, so we really can't complain there.
We actually, I guess the fuzz phase just shows how not set we were on the inbuilt distortion sounds of this. But actually, we ended up using the fuzz on the overdrive channel.
Yeah.
There's a little fuzz mode there.
We got it dialed in reasonably mild, but the idea was that we'd mix it with the amp's natural distortion and find a halfway house, which is kind of what Matt Bellamy's tone is. It's almost a halfway house between a distortion, which is articulate, and then a fuzz, which is rounded and thick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it has almost like the really fizzy top end in some of the riffs. So they're just kind of, well, it's like about to kind of
explode.
Forward.
So if we show you the harmonist, we used the harmonist instead of the octave so that we could use the fuzz instead. The harmonist is dialed in an octave below, and it's really, really subtle, so that kind of where it was.
So you can just hear it. Obviously, that's not how it sounds.
No,
but
we haven't added the fuzz yet, so.
Yeah. That kind of, I think that helped us out a little bit, especially when I think the bassist uses that as well. He's here kind of a fuzz, thick sound as well as another channel of clean for him sometimes.
So then if we add the fuzz. So that's exactly what it's meant to do. It's very mildly underneath, isn't it, like on the record?
Yeah.
But then when you add the fuzz, it totally does the job.
Yeah.
Like for me, in the room, and I really hope the mics are giving you that wherever you are listening to this, but in the room, it's actually really close. And the thing is, it's cool, you can mess around, you can add more octave if you wanted to do. If you didn't have a bass or a bass player to play along with, you could just throw in more of the octave.
I was going to say, also on a budget, you might go, why didn't you use the Court version of Matt Bellamy's guitar? But Andertons don't actually stock it right now, so that's the reasoning for that. But if you're interested, obviously you can find that elsewhere. Can we make some weird sounds?
Yeah, yes we can, Matthew.
Let's make some weird sounds.
So there you go. That is Sound Like Matt Bellamy for £1,500. I sincerely hope you guys think we did a good job.
So do I. It's been really tough, and it's taken us quite a while to get close.
This has been probably the longest attempt at getting to sound like an artist we've done in the history of Sounds Like series. So I hope you appreciate that, because it was pretty damn hard.
But yeah, I mean, if you want this, get yourself one of these and you can make Matt Bellamy weird sounds all day long, and it'll be great fun.
Please let us know what you think in the comment section below.
Yeah, and as usual, you can find all the gear in the description box and all the links. And finally, I've been Matt.
And I've been Rabea.
And this has been Sounds Like on Andertons TV.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, bye.